All right, guys, in today's video, we are going to talk about wallpapering the ceiling in my house. Yes. So what I decided to do after my sons finished drywalling the ceiling, I decided I wanted to do something a little bit different. I went a little plain, and I don't want to say plain, just a more modern look in the main areas of my home. So I just used paint and the buttercream paint, and then we had the black, the outlined everything in black. And I really like that feeling. So in the entrance of my home, though, I did decide to keep that black and white wallpaper on the ceiling. And I really love that black and white wallpaper. You guys know how much I used it before. So this time I kind of settled it down a little bit and used it in the entryway of my home where it introduced the speakeasy area. And also I used it in the bathrooms of my home, in all three bathrooms, in a little bit of a different style, but the wallpaper is in there. So what I decided to do in the main area of the home, not in the bedrooms, not in the hallways, but in the main area where the living room, dining room, and kitchen kind of combined, the open area, I decided I'm going to go ahead and just wallpaper the ceiling. Now, let me tell you, it took like 3-4 rows of this $80 wallpaper. It was expensive. The wallpaper is black and white floral, but it's a vintage black and white floral wallpaper. And when it's up on the ceiling, I like it. So when people are sitting down, they look at your decor, you look at people's decor and it's beautiful. But when you're sitting down, to be able to look up and have a dramatic look on the ceiling, that is priceless, especially if you own your own home. It's something that you can do, a small detail that really means a lot. And you don't have to do, a dramatic wallpaper. You can go subtle. You can do just a plain color if you want. But I decided, of course, to use my black and white. Now, of course, I'm sitting here and my ceiling is all finished, but this video is going to show you how I got to the finish line. So keep watching. More great video footage coming right up. Hey y'all, it's me, Kika, your lifestyle blogger, and welcome to my humble abode. So I just wanted to just give you a little bit of an update. You've seen the video of me reworking the speakeasy, and that is all done. So now we are finishing the ceiling. So if you remembered, after the fire, all of the ceiling was down. My son's sheetrocked and put everything up. And I decided to do a little bit of something different to the ceiling. And this time, instead of paint, we used wallpaper. Now, you guys know I love that black and white themed wallpaper. So I went ahead and put it on the ceiling in my home. And I really like it. I actually went through 3 huge rolls of wallpaper. I didn't realize how big this ceiling really was, but it does incorporate my dining room, kitchen, and living room. But I did run out when we got to that spot over there. So that's all that I have left. And then there's a few areas that I noticed that I missed. So I don't know if you can even see them. There's one right here, and then there's another. I'll turn the camera around. Right here. And you probably can't see it because wallpaper is actually perfect. It's busy. It hides all the imperfections, and I love it so much. But I do want to get it perfect. Now that I did this, I'm waiting for my black curtains to come because when they came, I had to send those back. And the black curtains actually match this. So I'm going to have the black curtains on either side of the window, and these shears are going to hang in the middle. So it's going to look really nice, and it'll tie kind of everything in. Not feeling this, so we're just going to take this off the wall right now because it does not go with this decor in here. I'm going to leave the wicker because I do like it, and it reminds me of my mama. So I'm going to leave that there because I do like that, and I think it looks fine. The way we have the table setting with the wicker underneath with the black and white plates, I think that looks good. And so we're just going to leave that there. This, I think we're going to move this because of the colors. I think this will look better on the wall going down into the speakeasy. So I'm going to move this over here and do that. My son is on his way over, because he is actually getting the playground ready for the grandkids. So I wanted to redo a few things with the playground for the grandkids because when they come over, they just don't have enough to do. And I don't want them playing video games all day like kids do today. I want them outside playing. So I have a wonderful, secure backyard that is fenced in so they can go out there and play. I have a seating area for the grown-ups. My garden's back there and they have their play area. So what I did is I added a teeter-totter and a climbing gym. And I need my son to come over today and put all that together. He's bringing my grandson because he's going to mow the lawn for me. So I am really excited about that. Now that he's 13 years old, he can do that. And then we are finishing a few finishing touches upstairs with the chimney. We had to rework that. The chimney was crumbling at the very top. I love the chimney and I want to keep it. Some people say, well, just get rid of it. But you know what? It adds an architectural detail to the home. And it's been here since the home was built in the 1920s. So the chimney actually goes from this room all the way down in the basement, all the way through upstairs. So I want to keep that. It's not working. We don't have a fireplace or anything. It's closed off, but it does remind you of how old the house really is. And I painted it because just so it would tie in, but I really, really like it. So we just had to take care of some of the mortar upstairs to get everything to stick. And we're capping things off up there. And then tomorrow I'll be working upstairs of the house. But today I'm spending a lot of time down here to try to finish the finishing touches. So what I need to do now to this area is around the, first I want to make sure all the wallpaper is good and nothing's falling down. So I usually take a roller after I'm done and just kind of roll over everything just to make sure it's all nice and smooth. And then the edging, I'll go around the edging with the yellow paint just to make sure we got everything and everything looks nice and crisp. But I do like the way it's looking. Now I'm going to show you an example like here. You see how that white is showing? That all needs to be painted yellow once that wallpaper smooths out and gets up there. So that is what I'm going to be working on today. So keep watching. More video footage coming up. Hey guys, so I'm sitting in my massage chair, but let's talk about the wallpaper and the different things you can do. Now the black and white, that was just my preference. I really, really like that black and white vintage wallpaper. I just love it so much. And that is actually the only wallpaper that I even want to use in my home. I tried looking at this like yellow and white and I put it up and I just did not like it at all. So I'm sticking with my black and white wallpaper because that's the only dramatic feel that you're going to get in this house as far as the vintage design and just to add a little touch of dramatic. My sister said that it reminds them of a Better Homes and Garden magazine when they walk in to have that on the ceiling. But there is so much beautiful wallpaper out there and so many different things that you can do. Now I know I do have that wallpaper, that brick wallpaper in the speakeasy, rightfully so. It is giving speakeasy vibes all day long, but you don't see it until you open up that quote pantry door. And then you can go down into the speakeasy, which is the basement. And I feel like that is just spot on for the feel of the speakeasy and that space down there. The brick with the red brick with the black and kind of all of that. But up here, I just wanted it more light and airy. And I did want something like picture perfect, like something straight out of a magazine type look. But what I wanted to say is, if you like the way that contrast is looking, everyone has white ceilings. Everyone does white ceilings. So I wanted to be different and something to really stand out. So if you want to do that, you can totally wallpaper your ceiling. They have so many different designs that you can do. You can do taupe. You can do a dark color. You can do a light color. You can do patterns. You can do stripes. You can do all kind of things. And because it's on the ceiling, to me, it just looks better than the wall. Because you guys seen in the past, when I had that black and white wallpaper on my front entry wall, it wasn't bad, but it just, I don't know, it just was just giving me old people vibes. And I know that I am an old person. But I just didn't want that on my wall. I think the ceiling is where it's at, and I really, really like it. And so you can do that too to your space, just to kind of change things up. If you're more of a person that keeps things pretty neutral and safe as far as colors, go ahead and do that for your design your whole space that way. But for that pop of color or that little touch of whimsicalness, you'll want to think about the wallpaper on the ceiling. It does give a really nice touch to a home. All right, guys, so this is how I got the wallpaper on my ceiling. So I did mud and tape and tried to get all of the imperfections out the best I could. But the best way to hide imperfections is to just go on ahead and just start your design. So that's what I did with this wallpaper. It's so busy that any little imperfections that I missed, this wallpaper will definitely hide it. So had to stand on a ladder, do a lot of twists and turns. Don't recommend this. I was scared of falling a few times, but I managed. And what I did was cut my wallpaper, and then I would cut 3 or 4 pieces, and then I would take those up on the ladder with me and then just kind of add those pieces as I went. Use the scissor to kind of cut around the recessed lights and the light fixtures, so that way everything blend perfectly. And I was really excited about the way that it is looking. So happy Sunday. So I am going to finish up as it relates to that spot in my ceiling that I need to finish, and then doing the touch-ups around the edges with that buttercream paint. So I'm going to get that done. But I wanted to show you something. My black curtains finally came, and I absolutely love them. So I got them in a size 95. So there was a little bit of an error there. I must have ordered 95 in the beginning, and they accidentally put 84s. But these are 95s, and they both touch the ground. They're even, and it looks great, and I'm excited. So what I did is I aligned the outer with the black, and then the inner with this buttercream type color. So that way everything matches. And I absolutely love the way the curtains look hanging there. I like it. I think it's great. So we're going to leave that. And then I did get another set for in my living room for behind the couch. So we'll get that together after we finish this, and then we finish the buttercream paint around the edges to get all of that perfect. And then I can move upstairs to start designing. But keep watching. More video footage coming up, because I finally finished the ceiling and I want to show you what I did. So this is the area over here that I had to finish, and I finally got it done. So I did all of the edging as well with the buttercream color, just so everything is nice and even. I'm going to pan around the room. So I did the edging there, behind where the TV is, and then all back here and into the kitchen. Now, I used 3 rolls of that wallpaper, and that wallpaper was like $80, 3 of the large rolls. But that was necessary. I didn't realize how much ceiling I had, so I'm glad I had enough with those 3 rolls to cover it. And I still have some left to finish the upstairs bathroom. But I also want to show you another thing that I did is I added the black curtains to be a little bit more cohesive, just because the wall up here is so busy. With those black curtains, everything kind of ties in nicely. And I also did it on this side in the dining room. We added the black curtains as well. So we have that. So just to recap, we have this busyness on the ceiling just to add a little dramatic to the space. But when you walk into the front door, we also have this. I never took this down. This is kind of where we started, and I like it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video of me wallpapering my ceiling. I hope it gave you lots of ideas. And if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please do so by hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss when I upload another video. Well, guys, here's my living room. I added a couple of LED sconces to give it a finished look. Thanks for watching.